Hey everyone, it's Dale here. In this video I want to show you a very powerful order flow concept called the failed auction. The failed auction can tell you if the current trend is likely going to continue or no, and also it can tell you where the price is likely going to go next. So let's take a look at it. The concept I like to share with you is the failed auction, or could also be called the unfinished business. My software draws the failed auction lines automatically, like this red line, and this red line. And what the failed auction is all about is that every footprint needs to have its high or low in a certain way. So if you look, for example, at this footprint, then the high needs to look like this. There needs to be 0 at bid, and then some number on ask. This is how it should look like, right? Also the low, for example, here, the low should be some number here, and then 0. The 0 is important. It needs to be like this, right? 0 in here, 0 in here. That's important. If it's not like that, if the low of a footprint looks, for example, like this, where this number should be 0, but it's not, then it's a failed auction, right? The market should have continued a little bit lower, but it didn't, went up. Auction failed, because markets are always in auction, up and down, up and down. It's always one never-ending auction, right? But this is a failed auction. The auction failed. And that's why my software draws a line here, and market likes to test those failed auctions because there are imperfections. It shouldn't be like that. So market likes to test them and create a successful auction, right? Now, I'm not saying that if the price is moving, for example, here, then you just go short from here because the price will want to test this. No, unfortunately, it doesn't work like this. But what does work is when you have a failed auction or cluster of failed auctions, like in here, we have 3 next to each other or very close to each other. And if the price comes close, then it's very likely that it will test that failed auction cluster and go below that, right? So this is how you can use the failed auction theory, because when the price is close, it likes to test that, right? So let me give you a couple of examples. For example, in here, we have failed auction in here. This is also a failed auction. Right here, this is also a failed auction. So we have a little cluster of failed auctions, and the price comes close and tests that, right? So let's say, for example, just, for the sake of this example, that you are short from this place and you are wondering whether you should quit the trade in here for some reason. But you see that right here, there is a failed auction. Below that, there's another failed auction. So you may want to hold that trade a little longer, at least 1 pip below the last failed auction, and take your profit in here, right? Because failed auction is likely to get tested, especially if the price comes close to it. It works sort of like a magnet, all right? As you can see, for example, in here and in here, again, failed auctions got tested, right? Or another example, we have failed auction in here, also some historical, which is not visible, but we have those 3 lines rather close to each other, and price went boom, testing all 3. On this example, again, we have those 3 failed auctions, and see what the market does, tests that, boom, right? When it comes close, it's likely to continue and test the whole failed auction cluster. Or in here, a couple of failed auctions here from the past, and what the market did was boom, boom, went past all of them. Funny thing is that it created a new one in here, but, market likes to test those failed auctions. So that's about that. I hope you guys liked it. If you want to learn my complete order flow strategy from A to Z, as well as get your hands on my custom-made order flow indicator, then head over to my website. It is at traderdale.com, and if you click trading course and tools, then it will take you to this page and in here you can check out the order flow pack, which includes the complete order flow strategy as well as my custom-made indicators. You can get it in here, or if you are interested in getting all the 4 packs that I offer, you can get it in one special combo bundle in here at the bottom of the page. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Until then, happy trading.